since everybody's here, welcome everybody. Session number 13, EP, right? EP. Huzzah. I'm gonna ask you a simple question before we begin. Are you ready to begin?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Potentially.
Yeah.
See. So put it very, very simply to summarize the events of last session. It's been 2 weeks ago. All of you retrieved your Greycoats. Very cool. Very happy for you. However, well, not everyone equipped it immediately because you just got it. Just because Ori is Ori and the way Ori works is very special. While everybody's just kind of enjoying their free time, Ori's just looking for trouble, looking to be a hero, because that's his nature. Found a completely random guy that lets him on a chase of sorts. That apparently are slavers. Children slavers in the sewer somewhere in the city, in the capital of UKP. He then informs the rest of the companions about this newfound problem that you should deal with it. And then, of course, by just accident or by sheer coincidence, the place where Alera and Della got lunch, there were also, well, you're being watched, or I guess observed, but then I guess interest peaked. Yeah. A quick chat happened, and well, somewhere in the evening, you all decided to kind of go back to the place where you had your lunch, and with a bunch of brown jackets, search the sewers in hopes to find these slavers in the city. That being said, as you all kind of scattered, Ori and Angela, we went back to the hub and told Oriana about this, which she wasn't happy, and then stormed out with some dwarf. You kinda left Alera to wander her or on her own. Not really telling how's the plan's gonna go. So, first order of business, I would like to ask. Good. First order of business, Andela, Ori. But anyhow, anyway, well, time is, you have like this time slot designated in the evening where you're gonna meet up back in the same street. Are you gonna try to find the Lyran, just inform her of the plan? Because you kinda just left her on her own.
Yes.
My question is
to.
how. I mean, will you or will you not? Because you two kind of got the whole deal, the whole plan, and then ran away back, kind of leaving Alera kind of confused and slash dumbfounded. And then she
That's very reasonable.
Yes.
I'll be entirely honest, I have no reasonable idea as to how I would be able to contact Alera right now, as such.
That's why I'm asking. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna?
I mean, I guess the tried and true, good old run around.
Do that while I'm asleep, please.
I'm not a fucking truck. I don't make noise while I'm
I literally said when we got home after that conversation, I just went to sleep. So
Yeah, you need to attune with your gray coat. Uh Alera, however, I have a simple question. You got your coat, very cool. Um, you had a lovely luncheon. Got this task that all of your companions were very eager to, I guess, deal with, but also not really include you. And then fucked off without you. Uh, what would you do? You just head home and try to actually get accustomed to the gray
If I,
coat.
yeah, if I remember right, I think I went home. Um,
Oh yeah, you also bought wine. I remember.
I bought the wine on the way back,
Yeah.
dropped that off, and then I spent at least, I think you said, like a few hours wandering at the local neighborhoods.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm becoming more accustomed to it, so I am wandering around at least for a few hours. I don't know if that increases his
Okay.
chance of bumping into me.
Yes, it would. Ori,
Yes.
I would like you to roll me a perception check with advantage, especially with now your new boots. Motherfuckers tweaking.
Perception.
Oh my fucking god.
20.
Oh. I have a question. You read the description. Are you gonna just run or are you gonna just fly?
Oh, the thing is attuned already?
I would say yeah, because
Okay.
you had plenty of time.
Okay, how is the timer on the thing, or is you're just gonna disregard the timer?
You, like it says, up to 4 hours. Or in several shorter flights.
Okay.
Yeah, so how are you gonna I asked bye. Okay. So Andela, you left alone to sleep. And you know, or just fucking bolts out. Alera. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Alera, you wander through the streets, you know, just kind of observing, taking note of like surroundings. Everything is nice. You know, it's like 1 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon. It's like it's pretty calm. People are minding their own business, and no problems or nothing. And then you suddenly in the street, you just feel a shadow hovering over you. You look up and you see Ori fucking like 20 feet above you, fucking stuff.
Just from a glance, is it clear that it's the boots making him like levitate, or
You look. So I didn't even give you a description of the boots, but they're, for a few seconds you think that he's just levitating, but then you look at his boots, which are now different than these like leathery, sturdy looking boots that have almost like a pair of wings to each boot that are kind of translucent, just kind of flopping around. So with just passive insight, you assume these boots that you haven't seen previously on him probably are the reason why he's flying.
huh? Kind of just mentally notes them, then looks up and kind of looks him in the eye. Can I help you?
Yeah, we kind of ran off without telling you where we're going. We're back.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
The sewers, but I'm pretty sure that's quite a large amount of area.
Yeah, not sewers just yet. Andela's sleeping right now. Once Andela wakes up, we're all gonna go over there. He's the plan man.
Actually, yeah. What time of day is it?
It's like 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, we're going in the dark.
Right. He's sleeping. It's only just past midday.
Look, don't ask me. Maybe it's the food. You guys seem
Right.
to have eaten a lot over there.
Got a second's pause. Did he try on his new coat?
Yes, you want to sleep with the thing. Looks cozy.
Hmm. Well, in that case, let me know when he wakes up.
Okay, where can I find you? Or are you just gonna fly around with two or three?
I can meet you back over near the food place if you like. There's also a park not too far from here.
Okay, so you're gonna be around this area. Gotcha.
Also,
Kind of stares
Ori,
at you for a second longer.
Ori,
And you
all of
realize her.
us.
Sorry. One sec. And you realize her expression isn't just like normal; it's like slightly confused. The flying, is that a good idea?
I mean, is it a bad idea?
Kind of looks
Yes.
around. Do I see anybody else flying around the city?
No, you haven't seen anyone flying that is a humanoid creature.
It makes an impression.
Look, it made finding you faster. Okay. Who knows how long it would have taken if I looked for you on foot.
You see, she's not winning this argument. Just nods. Hmm.
Okay, I'm
There's like an
go back.
awkward, like an awkward pause. You just continue to float there. She continues to stare at you.
Okay, just be sure to meet us back at base so we can
Will do.
go out as a group. All right,
Well, see you in a little
go
bit
back.
then.
Okay, see ya. And
Now, kindly piss off.
I fly back. Rex,
Uh-huh.
hello.
Yeah.
Scene ended. I left.
Yeah. Are you gonna go back to the hub?
Yes.
Okay.
So don't fly back to
Yeah,
base.
you fly. You just fucking super. Just fucking like it makes a shockwave fucks off. Mind you, you look around, Alera, you see a lot of people staring at him, at Ori with not fear, but genuine confusion, and asking like questions aloud, and all of their gazes slightly shift towards you. Alera, yeah.
There's no such
Hmm.
thing as bad publicity.
Well, I can't exactly hide from it, so I'm just gonna roll with that. It's like nods.
Mm.
And I'm just gonna get out of the street.
Yeah, yeah.
For fuck's sake,
So,
get me out of here.
to put it simply, I assume Alera eventually you do your little survey, right? Pretty, you know what? Because you're doing a survey, can you only just D10, just a itsy bitsy D10. Nothing wrong
A
with
D10?
yeah.
No,
Nothing
no, no.
itsy
Not
bitsy.
2010. 4.
Okay. Well, 5 minutes after after Ori's appearance, you start to see fucking clouds coming from the north, and after a few moments of noticing, fucking hailstorm starts to rattle the streets. Not a rainstorm, a hailstorm. Fucking golf size snowballs start to fucking pelt the street. Ori,
Yes.
I would say you take some damage because all of a sudden, as you flying through the streets, you think to yourself like, "Huh." It becomes all of a sudden colder, and then you see massive, like golf-sized snow pellets.
Airstrike his dude.
Yeah, but you don't take any damage. You know why? Yeah. So, I have a simple question. Alera, after you do your preliminary scouting, and you go back home, will you actually put on the gray coat?
Yes, I guess. Am I expected to be doing some combat?
Alright. Okay, so I guess Alera, despite what you wanna say, what you said before, you're gonna take the tailor's advice and probably also Ori's to just sleep with it. Yeah. Okay. Time passes. All of you snooze. Can Andela, can you roll me 2d20s? And Alera, can you roll me 6d20s?
Oh.
13 and 5.
Oh. Yeah. I can't. I want to imagine that's how Ori fucking puts himself to sleep.
He got to sleep the first night after being mauled to death.
Okay. You know, Andela, you take a rest, you snooze, you sleep. It feels a bit awkward sleeping with an actual like coat on top of you, kind of awkward, but eventually it kind of feels like it fits, and then it kind of slowly but surely, guess, feels like second nature. Like all is good, all is fine, and yeah, after like a short nap, a short rest, you wake up relatively refreshed, and you feel like the code that was like kind of like very well done precisely by your measurements feels a lot more attuned with you. It feels like an extension of yourself, to put it simply. Alera, same goes for you. You put on this coat that is very well done. It fits like a glove, although it has this uncomfortable weight, like it's something is off balance, something is just not sitting right, even though everything is well made and almost lightless. And you take that advice with some bitterness in your heart, and you kind of try to sleep. Try, and eventually you do get some shut-eye. And when you wake up, you feel uncomfortable. The sensation of like not dizziness, but almost like your equilibrium got fucked. You feel slightly lightheaded and confused. The sensation passes for a few moments until you feel something sharp and kinda painful between your teeth.
To my
Yeah, between your
teeth?
teeth. You
chewing the coat?
you suddenly pull out the thing who's been kind of fucking up and is just kind of causing you pain, and you pull out the silver scale the size of your fingernail.
Have I been eating the fish? in the fridge downstairs?
No, it's
No. That's genuinely Alera's first question.
yeah.
As soon as she can, she's gonna go downstairs and check
Yeah,
she hasn't
yeah.
eaten something in her sleep.
You look at the inventory real quickly. You see the fish that was still there. It's like, it has scales, but they're like very like, fishy. This one looks like a pristine silver scale. It has that metallic sheen, and if you wipe it hard enough, you could see your own reflection. Um.
Huh.
Also,
If I have a box, just like a small box anywhere,
yes.
I'd like to put it in that. Just
Also, while you do that, you do your little investigation. Anubis, that was basically porched by himself on one of the chairs in the kitchen, on the, on the actual backs of the chairs, not on the actual cushion part, just kind of observes you looking for your inventory, and just kind of asks, "Is everything alright? You seem uneasy."
looks at the suddenly far more eloquent bird.
Yeah, the purple magnificent parrot bird.
I'm heavy.
He
Looks at the
eye,
bird for a moment,
he
suspiciously.
eyes you up and down. I would not say it such. Your appearance is quite slim. Looks back at you.
Motherfucker. Am I to be judged by you, whether you are a bird or my repeated guest, so harshly? I ate just a few hours ago.
I meant no insult.
Hmm.
But you see him, the focused.
Well, it seems I have unexpected tasks to perform, rather unpleasant places to go. Will you be observing or occupying yourself in my absence?
I'm here to do your bidding. If you wish me to assist you, I can.
Hmm. She kind of walks over, picks up the bird that's kind of perched on her hand. You are far too beautiful to be in such a wretched place down below. But then again, so am I. I suppose you can observe from above the exits and entrances.
I can do many more things if you wish. But if you wish me to observe the entry, I will.
Yes. If these people are kidnappers, smugglers, whatever I would call them, they will more than likely have several entrances. I wish for you to observe, and if possible, find them. Now, what time is it? How long have I been asleep for?
You quickly glance through the window, look outside. You seem like 3, maybe hours, 4. uh, so it's afternoon. It's not even evening.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, I'm likely still organizing this whole house, so I'll do a bit of that.
The,
Have I still got the coat on?
yes, the code is on, and now when you feel the sensation of equilibrium shifted and ended, the actual code feels very, like almost like second skin. It feels very comfortable and, well, perfect basically. You feel
Hmm.
you feel things, let's just say. Pleasant things for you. And Slithers. Not so pleasantly. Anyway, also Anubis would ask you one more thing.
Hmm.
Should it commence now?
Looks at the bird. Oh. What do you mean?
You said that you would like for me to survey entrances and exits and
Oh,
maybe locate.
that. Yes, if possible. Then make sure you mark where we enter as well.
Very well, my lady. And then he does one flutter of his wing, and all of a sudden, 6 small purple vortices open up as basically 6 smaller versions of itself climb out of his body and like translucent shades go into vortex as the vortex closes. In 6 seconds, 6 birds come out of, well, Anubis and go through 6 different vortexes, and all of them close up, and everything looks the same as Anubis looks at you, and you can assume is nodding at you. It's the entrance to the desk. So yeah, Anubis is on the task even though he is still physically present.
Damn.
Yeah. He's a very pretty bird. Very good. Anyway,
Pretty fella.
what a
A
pretty
cool dude.
exactly. Whew. Anyway, second. Great. So, Ori, Andala. Well, I guess Ori, you come back to the hub eventually, probably chill out. Andala, you wake up eventually, feeling refreshed, fully in tune with your suit, with your coat, and well, how would you proceed? Because clearly you quickly surmise that it's not evening, it's not the time. Although you do need to get back to your gathering place.
Indeed, I do. I think I just take a second to like check around the hub and see who else is currently present. Whether
Uh,
our Amra and Stitcher are present.
the armor is behind the armory, seemingly enjoying fresh and relatively hot buns as you just open the door and you smell this very delicious stew. You basically see just a small basket of these buns just exuding a lot of heat as he's just having lunch and or dinner behind the grates, completely uncaring what's happening in the rest of the hub. And for Stitches, well, Stitches is basically asleep on the table. in her triage place.
What's the place up to right now? Just in general. Like
Oh,
any projects that are laid open, any corpses nearby?
no, everything is relatively clean, and the table is probably the cleanest you ever seen. Um,
Very unusual.
yeah, she seems to just kind of sleeping, and you realize that this is actually like sleeping, and not I passed out of exhaustion. Uh,
Even more unusual.
I know.
Like if he's been poisoned.
You're not working as hard. Clearly, you are poisoned.
There is something terribly wrong here, and I assume that you've been poisoned. It's the only reasonable solution to this. No.
That's how.
Let us sleep then. If she needs it, so be it.
Very
But yeah,
well.
I'll just head outside and do like a bit of a round tour around the area.
It
Along
is.
the time, just for the fun of it, testing out the limits of this code. Just trying to see whether it actually can do what it feels like it can do. It's like
um.
sneaking around the place sometimes.
Yes. You do realize, like, you think of where would be a good place to start, right? To figure out if this is actually legitimately what your code potentially doing. And the stairway to out of the hub is actually a good example, as it's a very non-lit corridor. And yeah, you feel as your body almost becomes unfeasible, untouchable, as you start to almost glide, like almost your mind and your body just kind of linger in the darkness rather than using your physical limbs to move. And
Very
clear
interesting.
there's suddenly a very big benefit when you're standing somewhere in the dark.
That will be very useful later. And leaving those shadows, I would just switch the chameleon pattern to something that looks a bit more comfortable.
Ah,
Just, I've seen a lot of people out in the streets nowadays. So I'll pick something that looks middle class.
very nice jacket of, like, like, you've seen a lot of things that you can assume is middle class. It's up to
That's honestly a good point, yeah.
yeah. It's like,
Hmm.
what is middle class? You basically saw the Goliath with the brown coat earlier today. That
Just pick a
is
brown coat just to fuck with him later.
fit in. Yeah. Yeah, it takes you literally just to think about about what you want to wear, and then basically the coat warps into a brown jacket that's perfectly fitted there. Yeah.
Yeah. Just enjoying this and making my way around, just exploring the area.
Yeah.
No actual effort put in. Like, I'm gonna do something fun later, so might as well relax now.
Yeah. What about you, Ori? How would you just stalk, wait in the area, hope that everybody's gonna gather up, or you're gonna go on your own Superman fish? I can't take this seriously, but I can. So
I'm half tempted to say Superman Adventure, but no, I'm gonna sit around camp.
are you just gonna wait by the cafe and just
Yeah, I'm waiting for everyone to
okay?
assemble.
Can you
In any
roll
case,
me a persuasion and 2d20s?
huh?
Yes.
Okay. Persuasion.
2d20.
2d20.
So, actually, for because there's plenty of places in the street, inside of buildings and outside of buildings to just sit and relax. Not even like eat, but like benches and whatnot. So clearly places to sit, well, a lot of them. And, people wander, go in, eat, or just pass through the street as a way of go from one place to another. After like 3 hours, right? Nice, comfortable, everything. Um, all of a sudden, a random man in his 30s, relatively well dressed, seemingly walks towards the cafe for his own business, and then looks at you with recognition. Then his eyes widen. Oh, it's you.
Do I recognize the guy? Is it the guy that
Uh, you,
that told me
you
about the
passive history check. You recognize this guy as one of the people you helped throughout yesterday.
Oh,
You forgot what you did, but you think you did some manual labor for him a bit. Nothing significant, very short. As he kind of up at you, like, I remember you.
hey! I greet him. Raise my hand. Nice seeing you here.
Yes,
How have you
yes.
been?
Good, good, good. Um, you here for some food? My treat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, because of your kindness acts and karma in this world, despite its setting, you will get yourself a free meal.
That's fucking cool.
And can you roll me just another persuasion check?
Okay.
Is this a one? Give me a second. Yeah. So, time passes on, you know. Ori have casual chat with this guy. He His name is Arthur. He's a mason worker, built quite a few buildings. Tells his basically life story, kind of has like a nice, comfortable chat with you. Um, get a bunch of tidbit of information that's not very going to be useful. A bunch of like stuff. Um, as time passes on, Andela making his way towards the cafe, and Ori, seeing the deal you made with the brown jackets, you can see as hours pass by, more and more have gathered in the street. They're not standing, but they're kind of like either sitting, having their own drinks or food. But clearly, every hour there's like 10, 12 show up more, and none of them are leaving, as if like they were told to stay. I, Alera.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking image is killing me. I'm sorry. You just kind of look around. You look throughout the stuff. Clearly, the gold and, well, the silver, and besides that, there's nothing really of interest. No unusual things. No treasure throws. No skeletons in a closet type of deals. A lot of letters and notes that don't make any sense. And I see we just kind of like, still a lot of time. Gonna make some a snack or something. And Anubis just fucking looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
I found them. 40,
around.
40 souls. Then he looks a bit confused and scratches his head. 38, 32, 31. They're fleeing.
Oh. That's... Again, glance outside. Checks imaginary watch. No, I'm not late. Well, how fortuitous. Do keep an eye on the ones who run. In fact, make them a higher priority than the actual entrances and exits.
Understood. And then he does another motion with his hand, and you see,
Wing.
you
He just
see-
grows a hand for this purpose.
no, he flaps his wing almost like a motion, like a hand, right? He just flaps his right wing, and makes on one side 5 vortexes appear, and on the other side, opposite of him, another 5 vortexes, and 5 shades go from 5 separate ones and enter the other 5, and all of them disappear.
I'll
Looks-
go gather the others, whether they're ready or not. But yes, keep an eye on those who run. And with that, grabs any of the things that she put down and heads on out. And I'm gonna head. Well, I guess both directions. Both the food place and where I know they're sleeping is in generally the same direction. Which one's first?
It would be the place where you're supposed to gather is the first place. It's like
Gotcha.
like
I will
20 yeah.
I will go there first,
Mhm.
and I might even wait for a little bit. But assuming they're not already there, I guess she would keep heading back and see if she can wake them up. She doesn't know if they're awake
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
So yeah.
You do, like, you know, time passes on, and occasionally, even though you kind of left Anubis back in your house.
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm taking him.
oh, you taking him?
On
you-
my shoulder. Let's go.
Oh,
Going full pirate.
Even though he every once in a while squawks with a random number. So at the peak it was 42, then it went as low as 18, then to 28, now back to 30, then suddenly to 15, and the number is fluctuating, and you don't know how is he counting because it's very awkward.
Interesting.
Can all of you roll me perceptions checks?
Perception.
Yeah, all of you, because it's actually a thing for all of you. That
Oh, that's terrible.
Andal is just like making my way downtown, walking
Making my way
fast.
downtown.
Yeah. So, Alara, Andala, eventually, because you taking your time, not a rush, you have way more time ahead of you. You do eventually make to the place where you said you're gonna meet, although quite early, several hours early. You can clearly see that in the street there are about 30 brown jackets. A lot more. Clearly, there's some sort of gathering, not like specifically, but discrete gathering of particular type of people. And by the way, you look like you belong in that group. If you decide to just like completely take the jacket style. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay in the group.
So, you do see Ori in the same cafe where you all had your little arrangement, seemingly talking to this random human, having a simple conversation, and eventually Alera, same in the street, about 20 minutes walking, see a bunch of brown jackets. You realize they're probably the Goliath's people. You immediately spot one smaller fella that, despite having the same jacket, uh, has distinct facial features of Andala, and you think maybe that's him. And then,
Yes.
and
Still
then,
handy.
Alera, walking by one of the sewer grates, you hear a blood-curdling scream of a male, and your bird goes 22.
I see. Keeps on walking.
Yeah,
Where was the nearest entrance? Or the one you found?
Anubis squawks. This time, not as loud but silently. Two of them are pursuing individuals. Four of them have have been circling a large gathering of people in the sewers, tired, exerted, screaming, complaining.
Sounds ideal. You can guide me there once I've gathered the other two.
Correct.
Good. And with that, she picks up the pace slightly.
Oh yeah, it takes you like 2 minutes, and you literally walk where you've been in the cafe. You see through the window, Ori is now the one having a normal conversation with someone, not jumping into the XT. Yeah. And you do see
Ori
Andala.
being innocent for once.
Yeah, being innocent for once, not being uh he's getting attuned with the civility of the place.
Finally learning the concept of staying low.
Yeah. So, Alera, um, how would you how would you like how would you initiate this? Because clearly you have the knowledge.
I mean, do I spot these guys?
Yes, you do. Andala, I assume Andala, you're not like hiding. You're just kind of blending in with the group.
I'm staying in the crowd.
Yeah.
Kind of listening in whether or not they have any conversations, but not
No.
really.
Yeah. Ori's very easy to spot. Andala, not so much, but it's not like he's hiding. He's not like. I don't think he has like a hat on.
In that case, she'll
Okay.
head. She will head towards Ori, assuming he's kind of away from the crowd. And if she can catch Andala's eye, she'll kind of gesture for him to come over here.
Putting down the newspaper and then. And ironically, didn't I buy a newspaper?
Yes, he did. Time to catch
That's
on
wonderfully
the
ironic.
time to catch on the stock prices.
Literally just sitting in the crowd reading a fucking newspaper, looking up to see Alara's eyes. She nods, I nod, and I follow her.
Mm-hmm. And once I've got you two a short distance away, out of immediate earshot, she kind of stopped, glancing around, managed to find an entrance. Apparently, the lovely people we're going to be visiting are having a bit of a rough time. How many now? She says, looking at Lubus.
23 amassed at one spot.
23. Frowns, the number changing again. They seem to be a bit disturbed. Something doesn't seem to have gone well. They're disorganized, a little bit frightened, and therefore a perfect time for us to show up.
It does make an interesting impression coming out when they go in, but honestly, going in early, not opposed to it.
Would you rather bring assistants along? She says, glancing at the big group.
And there's a slight disdainful look like towards the group. I think we can handle ourselves.
Very well. Well, assuming you're both ready, I can take you to the entrance now.
I am ready, yes. But
Let's not
shouldn't we
waste
at
any time.
least ask the group to cover places where we're not gonna be in case they run away?
Hmm.
They're gonna be directly hindering us. They're gonna be doing something at least.
A fair
Honestly, I
point.
would be quite scared of them if they're capable of outrunning you.
Yeah, like I can catch one person at a time. You see, you're gonna have to come catch the people with me. Like I restrain one guy, you come, you put him in a rope
Hmm.
or whatever. Let's go for
Aside
the next guy.
from aside from the people who had already escaped, how many entrances did Anubis say they'd found?
Uh, uh, he would think for a second and just kind of relay a forked passage for four grates leading downwards into their location.
I'll relay that to these two. If we'd like, we could have them guard 3 of them.
Okay.
Just stick around in case somebody goes out. Yeah? Personally, I'd hope
Then,
nobody escapes, but we'll see.
Seeing as you're being quite cozy, would you like to pass that on, and then we'll head off?
Looking at the codes, just quickly, just a general question. With the chameleon pattern,
Yeah,
okay, no, ignore that. Uh, just
you
realized,
you
like,
can't become a Goliath. No.
no, not in the sense of disguise that. I was considering whether or not I would be able to disguise a hat
Ah.
that I normally don't. Just like drawing a hat out of my pocket, which normally should absolutely not be there, but no.
I mean, if it's connected by a thread, you you can make a
For the
hood, I
moment,
guess.
that wouldn't fit into the group. So for the moment, still wearing that brown coat, I would be finding whoever, like the guy who we met with in the restaurant. Is he
Yeah.
around somewhere? I
Uh,
just move through the crowd and try to find him.
you look around. He's not in the crowd because there's no real crowd. But
In one of
you
the
do
many
find him
pubs.
nonchalantly in one of the other establishments in the street in another cafe, seemingly just kind of watching as the brown jackets come, more and more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll sit down nearby. Uh, and eventually, when he looks into roughly my direction, could we bother you for something?
His eyes lock in, looking at your jacket, and then immediately realizing who's actually wearing it. He stands up and walks up to you. See.
As he comes closer, if that's possible, can the color just fade out of the jacket into the gray coat again?
Yes. Yes. It costs an action. This is not a combat. Yeah, it just transitions.
Yeah. This color transitions, it just flushes back out, and it just switches back to that gray that he originally saw. We have intel on the topic of a few different exits, and good knowledge that a few of them will be trying to escape. Could you make sure that that doesn't happen?
How many exits?
3 of them.
He seemingly quickly looks outside. We can go now?
Just watch those exits for now.
Well, I mean, I need somebody to point out the exits.
Absolutely.
So,
Alara, really quickly, you did tell me where those exits were, right?
If the parrot could appropriately explain them,
well,
or is it going to require
well,
actual like guide?
he kind of would need a guide.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Could a you got any more shadow clones?
Yeah, can you send the parrot with me, I guess?
Anubis looks at you, shakes his head. I could accompany your companion for this side adventure and then come back to you once it's done.
That sounds appropriate. Yes.
He immediately takes off your shoulder, and Alera, not Alera, Angela, all of a sudden, this majestic purple parrot starts flying around you.
I've seen this thing with
Yes.
Alara, right? In that sense, I assume that you have a mission. No, attempt and start to follow him.
Yes, squawks. Well, seeing as you start to walk, the Goliath fucking whistles. And you see, like, 40-something heads suddenly fucking turn and people standing up. As the Goliath...
I have that John Wick scene in mind.
as the Goliath proclaims, "Lads, we got a job to do."
Good places to be.
Let me show you how fucking locked in they are. Cause you know, you don't see any fucking bandits, all of them.
We're all places.
I'm currently reading into a system.
Yeah, literally Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Fucking you, as soon as they all stand up, it's like time to move out. You see some of them like brandishing their like either mallets, short blades, or actual like pistols.
Yeah. I'm currently starting to play a game called Blades in the Dark with my Sunday group, and this just absolutely sounds like a Bravo gang.
Okay. So, as boy, what is the image I need? Yeah. So, yeah, you are all led few streets up north from where you were. And of course, Andala, because you have the bird immediately circles, like stops and starts circling a manhole, 2 manholes and a grate, and basically squawking loudly. Clearly indicated that this is like this is a place where, you know, it is happening.
This is the place of honor.
Yeah. And of course, when you tell Copperfist, you know, that this is the place, he just orders 8 people just to fucking stalk the fucking manhole, just in case somebody shows up. And you see they're all like fucking like parked up, just like waiting.
He's fucking camping above the place with like blades and
Yeah, like
guns ready to shoot at the place.
yeah, like Like just. So one
I have
position.
just this image of them just like crouching next to it.
I mean, kind of. So yeah, all of them are all of them. Three places are located, and then as soon as the third hole was shown, the bird takes off from your perception, Andela, and goes back to Alara. And Alara, in your head, you can hear a voice. It is done, my lady.
Good.
Shortly after, I shall also return. I'll leave them to it. I assume you won't need any. They won't need any protection or help protecting and watching manhole covers. So
They shake their head. No.
in that case, that shall be their business.
Stay here, constantly talking to someone who looks at you like this. Nah, they got you covered.
Hmm.
So, eventually, the parrot Anubis leads you all three to the final place, the final exit, the passage, the final manhole. And he just doesn't squawk, but he informs you, Alara, and only you, that this is the place. Going down and going a bit towards, and he kind of gives like a motion towards the preceding street where this manhole is. There is the people grouped up, shouting, yelling. Who's gonna open the manhole? Who's gonna go first?
Me.
Okay. So, I really wanted to play this one. I really want to play this.
What is wrong with that thing?
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up. I just want to make sure it's... Yeah, that's good enough. I'm sorry. There you go. Oh! Everybody will go to Roll20. Let's have some fun.
Link.
What do you mean? Do you have the link? Yeah!
Joined before.
You have joined before. You got swallowed by an insect.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
You do.
Yes, you do. Come on.
Do this and see if it puts me in.
Yeah.
Link.
Let's go. So,
The fuck is this music?
shut up. Why is it start from the beginning? It's funny, okay? It's for the funny humor. Because you all descend one by one.
Okay.
Yeah. You're supposed to be proper ambience. God damn it! Why is it playing that? Oh, I think it's gonna transition. Shut up.
You guys played it. You picked the music.
There you go. That's better. Anyway. So, making your way down into the sewers. Well, all of you can clearly see the water flow of the sewage next to the ladder, and there is plenty of room to actually wander, well, around by the ladder. As you make your way down, Ori, and one by one, the rest of you, you can immediately hear bickering and shouts ahead. As there is a gathering of people in the north side, ahead, well, basically ahead of you, as you kind of are chilling in the shadows. You realize that there's a lot of fucking people. I have a simple question. You are basically out of reach. The people have basically gathered what seems to be a makeshift base, or even maybe a potential base. Mainly yelling at each other rather than having a genuine discussion of what to do. How would you interact? What would you do? Would you try to listen in? Would you try to be confrontational? Yeah. What's the course of action?
Prefer spying in for the moment.
Okay. Also, if
Yeah,
you wish to go to the other side, it's a 10-foot jump. Although there is a makeshift boardwalk ahead, but it would be basically, well, quite in the open.
A 10-foot jump.
They have. Is it mainly melee weapons, or do they have ranged weapons on them?
Perception.
I'll join in that.
$22.
22. Okay. Put it simply, I categorize two types of people. The ones with red cloaks, they actually have actual guns. They actually have pistols, same as Andela and you, Alera. The other ones seemingly have, well, axes, swords. Some still in their hilts, some drawn out. And quite menacingly, not waving, but kind of like prepared to fight.
Okay, the majority have melee. I prefer a moat between me and them. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay on this side. How deep is the water, by the way?
You quickly glance down with a perception. You assume 7-8 feet, not deep, but there is quite a bit of current, so you assume it would be kind of difficult to climb out, especially in a combat scenario. Not to mention, it is pretty vile. It's actually sewer water.
Understood.
What's the light situation down here?
Everything is basically at this location that you're at, basically up to like this position right here. It's basically like dim light, shadows. And you know, there's light here that goes pretty a lot.
Okay.
It's pretty light up there. There are no torches in the sewers actually. There are only 2 fires that actually have giving out any sources of light. And nothing else.
I think I myself would personally actually make the floss. Would
So-
that be athletics or
Yes.
acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics if you wish.
It literally doesn't make a difference. I'll take athletics.
Don't roll a natural one, please.
Honestly, that would be fucking hilarious.
You with a little stumble, you manage to cross, you know, properly. The other side with no issue. Because the water is pretty, like all the commotion, everything, nobody even would have heard you jumping across.
Mhm. I'll stick to the shadows on this side, but I would make my way closer to the side.
How
So
close?
maybe like, to here, maybe?
Start to hear whimpers.
Like dogs or people being in fucking pain?
Children.
Children,
Ah,
dogs.
even better.
Yeah.
Murder.
The worst of both worlds.
Yeah.
Uh,
What you basically
Then
see here is some very old iron bars that has like an additional wooden cover from the outside, basically blocking sight. Yeah, basically this place would be like a barrier.
is it? Wait a second. Is that thing ceiling height?
Uh, about eight, not ceiling height, but about 8 feet, so close to the ceiling. So technically, you would be able to.
Like, would it be enough for a crawl space for a halfling? A gnome.
Oh, to get inside?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bit of a more reclusive situation. Just something. In that case, I would actually like crawl in there. Crawl on top of that.
Uh, well, for reasons because I'm gonna eventually put this in on YouTube. I prefer not to actually put an image here. But let's just say, my good sir, you see about 14 people, all children, mostly humans, some elves, chained to the ground with like 2 feet of iron chains. One thing that you notice, some of these children are missing, have ears missing. Some react to you coming inside the area. Some are too exhausted to even flinch.
There's a bit of a pained look on my face, but on the other side, he's trying to concentrate on what's going on. So there's this weird mixture of empathy and please don't disturb me. I'm trying to work here.
Next question.
Huh?
How much can I hold while flying? Obvious question.
Whatever you can actually like.
So if I can carry it while moving on foot, I can carry it while flying, basically.
Yes.
Gotcha. I see what he's seeing, correct?
No. Where are you, Ori?
Okay. I'm back here.
Well, I mean, where are you gonna go, Ori?
I wanna go in a position where I can see most of the room, but not get seen. So
It's a bit difficult.
We could go into the water.
See, I'm not the stealthiest guy in the party, am I? But
Not anymore, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand here next to Endeavor.
Uh-huh. You can move your pawn, remember.
And pretty much as you say that, because she's standing in the dark, she just fucking fades out of existence. Whenever she takes several steps, as she kind of edges along, it breaks. But then, after a few seconds of just holding position again, she again just disappears into the dark.
So, can everybody roll me another perception check? Alera, you can hear quite well what the commotion says. The yelps continue, and most of the people seemingly have ran not from this direction, but from this direction, as eventually the sensation of screams get attuned to the surroundings, and you can actually figure out somebody who's saying cohesive words, and the first phrase you can catch clearly being told is, "What the fuck are we gonna do? We already lost more than half of our people." And you can clearly see that this guy, who's like chilling in a chair very casually with a blade. Calm yourselves. Whatever rats came to exterminate us will not go very far.
Oh boy, they're in for a treat.
Have courage, lads. There's a lot of money to be made. Now, how many do we have? Pearson, this guy, stumbles forward. I had a group of 6, and then some freak killed 3, and before I turn around, I was only 1 left, and she just stared at me as I ran away. The guy stands up, walks up. What do you mean, you? What do you mean? What do you mean by she let you away? I don't know. She just killed 5 and then let me go, and I just ran as fast as I could here. People look at each other in confusion. As as the guy who's been playing with his blade suddenly, with a fit of anger, jabs a sudden stabs suddenly into the guy's throat with no warning. The guy didn't expect it, so he immediately takes the whole blade into his neck and collapses, dying on the floor. Then immediately the guy looks around. We need to go now. Fuck the prisoners. We need to leave. Okay.
While that is happening,
Yeah?
I'm going to continue, like, as far as I understand it, like, I can be in that crawl space, like,
Yes.
on top of that wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like, get my way all the way up to the edge. If you consider this necessary for stealth, tell me, but I'm just going to stay in this position.
I would say
in case.
you can roll stealth with your advantage. Well,
Shall.
Okay, Eric, how high is the ceiling for this room?
8. It's about 12 feet high in this section.
Can I also move
Nothing
forward?
like
I can roll
the big room.
For now, not the. I mean, if you want to leave out and try to be stealthy, you can.
Could I also move forward? Or do I need to roll stealth for that?
I mean, if you want to be stealthy. Or you
Absolutely, I fucking do.
just walk out, fucking.
Actually, hey there, we're just passing through. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, roll me stealth.
What actually is my stealth? I can't remember it all.
I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna roll stealth
No.
1. I'm gonna
Does the fact that like every 3 steps I'm going invisible help me?
just phasing in and out.
But literally every time I stop moving, I just vanish out of
roll me with
existence again.
advantage.
Oh, sweats. Yes. There we go.
So, Alira, this, and this person fucking spots you as you walk out, and they like draw their blade and look back at the fucking position and see you're gone. And they look around at each other.
Must have been the wind.
No. This guy is like listening to this guy saying that we need to move. This guy and this guy just starts moving. Like
Got a
trying
fun of
to,
it.
yeah, just like, huh?
Question.
Yeah.
Are there any loose nails, like, sticking out of the top of this box?
In your detriment or not, this is relatively well made and actually doesn't have any nails.
Okay, what direction are these two guys facing? Are they like?
They saw something here and they're like spectating this place. Also, Andala.
Okay, hypothetically, if I were to kidnap one of these guys and like gag him, would the other guy notice me? No.
Very.
Eric, I'm sorry. Can I do something?
Uh,
Can this poor bastard here,
Which one?
who's the guy like staring
Yeah.
in my corner, right?
yeah.
Can he hear a voice in his head? Must have been the wind.
Are you? Whose voice is it gonna be? Is it
This is just a fucking telepathic voice. Must have been the wind.
roll me a deception or a performance.
Gaslighting check.
Deception, absolutely a deception. 19.
Well, it
Must
is
have been the wind. And it's like, this guy comes a bit closer and the voice goes in and he stops and he looks around as they're like, we're leaving. He looks back at you, Alera, shakes his head. Nah, fuck that, I'm not dealing with this. Fucking goes up. The guy, seeing that he's now alone, he kind of looks at everyone and seeing that they're there. Let me check, what is he gonna do? How is he gonna react to this? 10. Yeah, I know.
I can easily kidnap this man right here. And no one
No, you don't get it. You don't get it. He fucking books it. He runs. He's like
The other
no.
direction.
Yeah, no, he runs. He's like, nah, fuck this. This is whatever is going on. One of my guys got killed. I'm running. He was so confused and just out on a moment, he completely just didn't see to his left that there was just a guy standing there. I just imagine the guy immediately turned to his left, down the sewers, starting to run, and then in his left eye vision, he just saw this as he ran by. Question: you gonna chase him or are you gonna?
How far away is he from me?
You can clearly catch up with him, but the question.
Did he have one of the guns, or was he a sword boy?
Sword boy.
Let him pass. Fucking Modern Warfare 2 price. Let him pass.
Well, how are you gonna do it? Come on.
Me?
Yeah, are you gonna go chase the guy,
the one
even
who's
though your
faster.
party members say let him pass?
Okay, he's 35 feet away.
You can't. I say you can catch him. You basically have almost triple his movement speed. I'm just asking. Are you gonna chase
Yeah,
him?
I can catch him in one move and throw him in the water, but how noticeable would that be, like with the rest of the guys
Okay.
here?
Okay. You can
We
roll
don't wanna
me
break our still.
if you wanna push him, because it's not an offensive action. If you wanna push him into the fucking water and do it stealthily, roll me in the acrobatics, and a stealth check.
Okay, acrobatics I pass automatically.
That the stealth?
No, that's the acrobatics check.
Ah, okay.
This is the stealth check.
You know.
Not a
You know,
personal
this
check.
is what I give me a second. This is PoE. You're PoE. You're Ori. Jump. you fucking run up just with a sudden motion and just fucking kick the guy, just push him with such force. You just hear a as you basically almost dunk your hand into the water, just kind of push him just into the sewer with his mouth open. Suddenly you see him sinking and his armor being dragged down the sewer shitter. Ori, he's neutralized. Although that sudden scream that, for you is like, oh, everybody looks at this location.
Hang on, what's the range? Let's see if I can hit him with a must have been the wind again. Yeah, this guy must have been the wind.
Roll me another, this time a straight roll, deception or performance. Because the best part is this guy right here.
Wait, I advanced the first time? Oh shit.
Yeah, this guy.
24.
Okay, yeah, this guy. For fuck's sake, this is a fucking comedy. This guy was fucking guarding with a guy, right? Saw you just appear for a second like a fucking ARG fucking horror. Looks at it, must have been the wind, fucking walks away. Is like, nah, dude. The other guy fucking runs the opposite way. Few seconds later, scream. He fucking, you can see him sweating as he goes, must have been the wind. The fuck you on about? This guy fucking walks up.
It's me jumping him fucking out of the dark. He just gets jumped in the water and I vanish.
It's like a split second of a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's scream. Just like...
Raxus,
Huh?
does my current position, in combination with the general chaos, count as advantage?
Yes, it would. He's just gonna snipe the guy.
Do I want to escalate this situation?
I don't know, I
Honestly,
think
very
it's
much
working
do.
really well so far.
I kind of want to escalate this, let's be honest.
The free neutralization.
I'm gonna roll something and I want to see if it's gonna happen. Okay, all of you have one action. One action at this point to figure out. I'll be right back in a second.
Eric's thinking, oh, thank God, we can start the encounter before we pick them all off. Right, what am I doing?
Is it gonna be home? Okay, from my position, I have access to literally everyone.
Great.
So who? I'm thinking of like sitting here as backup for when people run away.
I mean,
I
ideally, we'd take
Okay.
out the people with
So
range
Andela takes
first.
the shot. Where are you shooting? Who are you
I mean,
shooting?
for range, I am literally a bullet. I can every turn I can catch
Oh
one of
no,
these
that's what I'm
guys.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so Andela does that,
Where?
right?
Okay, question. Where I see the kids, right?
No, you need to. You're not
Okay.
levitating
It's a
over.
full box.
I am flying. Yes.
Oh god, yeah. Then you would just see just a bunch of fucking kids
Okay, where are they?
inside here. They're chained to the fucking ground.
In here. Okay, so they can't harm the kids.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
Why do you care about that?
What do you mean? Why they can fucking hold them? They can hold them hostage if they were back there.
But the question
They
stands.
literally
here to
just said
protect them.
we don't fucking care about the kids anymore.
Look, man, I don't trust the leader. Okay, he killed one of his men. He can say we don't care about the kids, and he holds the kid hostage.
Okay. So.
He just freely jump between people without a care in the world.
Okay. So yeah, Andela, you take a shot at him. What is your action, Andela? Not Andela, Alera.
Currently invisible. If I can I hold action?
Yes, you can. Just figure out what you want to do for the next 6 seconds.
If right now I'm just staying still, staying in stealth, and staying invisible.
Okay.
But if
sure.
I can, I'd like to also hold the action for a spell.
Which
if
spell?
I need it. Thunder Step.
All right.
I don't know. I'm 100% going to use it. Kind of depends what they do.
Okay, and Ori, what are you gonna do as your one action?
This thing does it has a gate, right?
It's basically iron gate, and there is basically a bunch of wood from the outside that is blocking the actual gate.
Where's the gate?
The gate is here, basically. Like there's like wood all around, basically making sure that there's nobody can look outside.
Okay, these guys have already noticed this.
Yeah.
So, I go up here and punch the gate. Punch the.
So you just fly over from the top, and you just turn at the gate, just fucking punch. Can you roll me 2 hits? Just roll me a d20.
Okay. I can't miss a wall, can I? Fuck.
Fucking hits. You know, you hit the wooden plank, it breaks, but it doesn't open the gate. Every single, like, if this was a sneaking section, every single one of them would have gone like fucking yellow question mark, and then red exclamation mark, as all of them fucking
2 steps, yeah.
Yeah, all of them just see you out of nowhere, fly over the cage, just fucking punch the thing. And before they say what, a shot rings out. Andela, roll damage.
Wahoo.
30 points of damage. That would have been a nice crit, let's be honest.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, I can't do this. No.
You all of a sudden see, they all look, as you see a sudden punk. As you, for a second, you see a piece of stone shatter behind him, and you think you missed, but then you see him fucking flinch, and as he flinches back to look back at where he thinks you shot, his lower jaw is dislocated and bleeding heavily. I would like all of you to roll me initiative. As suddenly,
Not 20.
as suddenly for a second, you think, you're fighting, you're preparing to fight Alera and everybody else, as the 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 element of surprise is broken, and then you hear screams back here. As you fought for a second, there were more people. Then you just see that there is, blood. Give me a second. Why can I not find this anymore? Hold up. Why is this so difficult? Why must I suffer? Oh, there you go. You see these four individuals that were standing with weapons drawn dropped their weapons and breathed their lasts. As in the midst of their fallen bodies, you see a familiar dragonborn with a massive obsidian blade. Second. Ooh, there's still this dead, this dead, this dead, this dead. Yeah. Second, I just need to make her as well. Ooh. Well, in that case, I'm gonna need to change the music real quickly. So in that case, Andela, you are first. You realize that you have your caretaker, your leader in this whole ordeal that you made is in the back. But you still have you have supreme stealth. You are sneaky. Nobody can spot you. Believe you me. And how would you like to? What would you like to do as your
guy still alive that I just shot the jaw?
Yes, he. Yeah, he is quite fucked up. You basically dislocated his jaw, or maybe shot through his jaw. It's kind of hard to say from this distance.
Let's continue that. Quick note: surgical strike put on 19s against humanoids.
Yeah. Rolled.
And given that this is my gun, that's 84 points of damage. What is left of him?
You basically, the sudden confusion of him getting shot, looking in your direction, the sudden screams to his left, he kind of starts waving, like looking around frantically left and right, and you just aim square in his head. All of you hear a satisfying crunch, and you think you can see his forehead slightly open up, Andela, as he falls to the ground, clearly dead. Anything else, Andela?
I'll keep my location.
Okay, yeah. 22. Well, it's time for Rihanna's time. Let's see. Let's go. I'm gonna just make sure to roll for each of those.
Boy, this is gonna be a tall return order.
So, what you basically see is Oriana with a single, like, almost like a jump of a dancer, and a single swipe, like a careless child with a blade, swipes towards this. The blade goes cleanly through, and with a sudden force, one humanoid turns into two half slices as this one gets killed. Before this can pull out its gun, it also gets fucking cleaved, and so is this. That's the end of its turn. Alera, looking at the situation real quickly, you realize you could just sit and do nothing and every
I could.
yeah, you just like yeah, this is gonna be like a very big slaughter in a few seconds.
I mean, I might as well get participation points. Participation.
You already got the kill.
I will. You know what? I will draw my. Okay, bullets are expensive. I'll use an Eldritch Blast.
Who are you gonna shoot?
Man with a
But
gun.
it is to be discretionary spending.
roll to hit.
You know, the economy isn't too good with bullets right now. we got a plan for the future, you know. Right, 1 second.
Not the revolutionist here gets shot.
Exactly, you know.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll damage.
21.
They are murdering people and I'm out here punching a wall.
Plus. Why the fuck do I not have this like written down already?
X, strange question.
Uh-huh.
Did I take the manhole cover with me?
No, he did not.
Plus.
I was so. I still like the fact that like,
I'll just do both beams together.
Sure. Okay. 2d10 plus 10, 17. Yeah. You basically hit him. He fucking singes and flinches, but he's still alive. He's still there. He's still present. Anything else?
No. I'm just gonna stay right here.
What do you command
In
your
theory.
bird? What do you command?
Oh,
your
my
bird?
burb.
Yeah, he said he can aid you. What do you tell him?
How far can he move in a turn?
You don't know. You never ask anything of him. How would you?
Same guy. Same guy.
Same guy. He. Okay, let's see. You say to attack him. You don't know what he's gonna do. He flops his feathers, and one of them like kind of detaches. It kind of like drops to the ground, but all by the ground, it kind of starts twirling and twisting, and like a small little missile goes towards the thing, towards your target, but misses. Oh.
He's trying though. He's trying.
No, thing it be. I would have.
My failure will be legit. Anyway, Ori,
I am wailing at the door.
roll me 3d20s. Yeah, you fucking with the first like shove, realizing where they're probably weak points, you immediately like not even punch, you just fucking grab a piece of the wall and just start bending it and breaking it. And if it wasn't its prime, probably would be problematic, but since most of the pallets are of wood, so it's easy to go through, and because the iron is very much rusted, it starts to bend and break, and you see through the campfire's light children on the other side staring at the sun's shining light. Their Superman is arriving.
Don't go into the light.
Anyway, oh god. Oh god, okay, it's their turn then. They do. Oh.
Where the fuck do they think they're going? It's a pincer attack, motherfucker.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make some rolls. Hold on a second. Oh my fucking god.
It's over for them.
Andala, you and Alera, both of you can see this. One of the all of these guys, all these give me a second. All these three dudes fucking run. They fucking book it. This one Chad, this one guy, fucking grabs his sword and with a scream, yelling, looks at Oriana and just runs with a charge and tries to swipe.
I have respect for your commitment, my friend, but... Oh god.
He's cooking.
Oh my god. You see this person charges and just does a swipe and it seemingly connects. Goes again for another swipe.
Cooking.
Oh my.
Man was promoted mid-fight.
Well, first swipe successful. Second swipe, you see the man's hand raising up. And then you see Oriana drops her sword. And you think, did she just die? Did she got injured? And then you just see the guy's head crumple as a fucking crimson hand goes through his skull. And you see Oriana takes a step forward in her right hand where the blade was. Now, somewhere around her wrist, there is the human's head just kind of stuck. And she shakes it off and grabs her sword back from the ground. The man tried. He did one hit and then his head got fucking pierced through. Ooh. Anyway, okay, so those guys trying to run away. Run away?
Where do you think you go?
That's the end of their turn. They're like trying. This one is fucking dead. Oh. Oh. Okay, anyway. Top of the round. Andala. There's one guy that's like huffing and puffing. This guy's also huffing and puffing, running, fucking panic.
I'll attempt to take out this guy.
Which one?
The one who's currently taking his way down the
Yeah,
door
you
where
can
we
roll with
came from.
advantage.
Bro,
I shall. Advantage. That's enough. 20.
It's over, bro.
96 points of damage.
Fucking boy.
You just fucking.
His legs just disappear.
Oh my. Shh. You just like fucking see this guy running in full sprint. You just do one pot shot into back of his skull. You hear a sudden crack as the guy flinches forward, drops his blade, and just fucking ragdolls into the fucking water and gets just taken by the sewage. This guy who is running behind fucking freezes and stops. Anything else, Andala?
Nothing else.
Okay.
Being fucking quiet doing this.
Oh, she. Yeah, she. Well, it's Oriana's turn. So what Oriana does is, well, she's very final boss like. She just walks cautiously 60 feet with her right hand soaked in blood and brain matter, holding her obsidian blade with a very sadistic smile. Very panicking. Speaking of panic, Lara, how would you like?
I would like to cast
Yes.
here
Uh-huh.
Evard's Black Tentacles, which affects all of them.
Uh-huh. But
So-
they need to succeed.
They need to succeed. A dexterity or strength.
Oh,
Their
God.
choice.
Yeah, so 520 plus dexterity.
The DC of 16.
Okay, so let's see. So, and then one with dexterity. Oh wait, that's wrong one. 20 plus 4. 3 succeed, 3 fail.
Right.
So let's say these
Oh, the
these 3
terrain
fail.
is now difficult terrain for all of
Uh-huh.
them. Well, on their turn, all of them who failed will take 3d6 bludgeoning damage. And all of them, actually, sorry, all of them take that.
Huh?
And the ones who failed are now restrained and can't move anywhere.
Can you just roll me the damage? I want to see how much.
Sure. Should I roll it just for all of them?
Yeah, just yeah.
3d6. Let me just check it's not modified by anything. Yeah, bludgeoning, by the way, if it matters. Oh, but still.
Yeah, so these 3 below are restrained fully. They're like, especially this one who you fucking sin, just like his life is getting squeezed out, and you can see blood starts to seep from his mouth. These ones still pretty unharmed. They kind of realize that it's kind of fucked now. Very fucked, because there is this lady who can fucking and then they're like the passage is gone. What do you command Anubis to do? Yeah, this one is fucking dead.
Be right back.
The guy with half his face missing. Pick on him. Get him.
Which one?
Yes.
His ass. Bring me his tongue.
Wait, which one? The
Man with his jaw.
oh, the leader who's dead?
Oh, sorry. I'm getting the guys mixed up. Okay, in that case, this guy. Get the gunman.
Gunman. Okay. Oh. Have you ever watched The Witcher 3 cinematic?
Which one?
The intro cinematic.
Yes.
Not recently. No.
So how do I explain this? You see the second flutters again is I actually need to roll damage. He flutters his feathers again, and one drops almost to the ground, starts flying, impacts the guy's skull, his basically forehead, and it seems like it's like a small knife impacting his skull, and all of a sudden the feather expands into another bird for a brief second, bursting his head open as the bird dissipates. It's the one where a crow just lands into a guy's eye and just goes for the other side.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this guy dead, headless, deviant. Anyway.
Good fella.
Oh my god, you're so cool. Guy gets his fucking head exploded in most violent and brutal way. Immediately later, looking at the fucking Anubis. Anyway, anything else? Probably no. Ori, Europe.
Okay, what are these guys? These two guys are restrained, right?
Yeah, these are.
Okay.
Yeah.
These three guys are unrestrained. What are they wearing?
What seems to be, well, it's kind of difficult to say now, but leather armor, and on top of it, just regular clothing of what seems to be like regular cloth, maybe wool or something.
Do they have long hair?
Long hair?
Answer my fucking question.
Yeah, this one guy has long hair. What about it?
Okay, I move up here. I fucking fly up here. And how many of them can I grab in one sweep?
Roll me a two strength checks. Two people, because you have two hands. Just gonna grab them by the fucking hair, just pull them out.
Two strength checks.
Yes. Actually need fucking confess, because it's technically a grapple check. God. Come on, roll me two strength checks.
Fuck, wrong server. Okay.
Did you roll on the fucking VTuber server?
Yes, I have. I rolled it.
Why did you roll?
I didn't roll it because the bot isn't there.
Okay, you failed the first one because the one has short hair. The other, the long hair, you grab him and now you hold him and he's like fucking screaming in pain.
I mean, sometimes I don't have to grab them by the hair. Just seeing other ways I can grab them in case.
Yeah, you grabbed one guy.
The leather armor
Yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah. Anything
Okay,
else?
Can I attempt grabbing again or no?
No, it's over. Anything else? No?
Hold on. No, this is gonna be bad. I can dash, correct?
No, because you already had an action.
And,
Anything else?
I am fucking 9-10% sure I can dash
No, because you already had an action.
as an extra action. Where is it?
Bonus action.
Oh, bonus. Wait, yeah, you can have key sudden
I
speed.
Yeah. So I can take the guy I have grabbed and fucking slam him back over at the door.
You cannot do that.
Fuck.
Your brain just fucking gives you an error message.
Again.
Er.
Okay. I just move with him over there then.
Okay.
Don't slam him in the door, just take him there.
Okay,
Or
are you?
actually, since I'm flying, just as I'm going over the water, I just drop the guy and continue moving.
Okay, question. Would
It's a
you
valid action?
would you go like this way, like when I'm looking at the blue one?
Yeah, I'm going like that.
You're going that way. You're going this
Yeah,
way.
to the door.
No.
And
Do you confirm the blue pathway?
The blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go through the blue.
Yes.
You hold a guy, and then all of a sudden he becomes a lot lighter. As you look, he's
He split him in half.
reaction, attack of opportunity.
Let's go.
You're like carrying this guy screaming, and then you just feel a splutter of blood on your face. You look back, you see his lower half gone. You look at Oriana looking at you with a smile.
3D plus would really work.
3D
So I
plus.
could-
There you go.
Then there, yeah.
Okay. I guess it's now their turn. Well, this guy, seeing that the guy was running in front. Actually, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? he stops. He looks around. He sees you, Alera. He immediately drops the blade to the sewer water and kneels, raising his hands up, screaming, "I surrender! Please, Panther, don't kill me!"
Tough luck, buddy.
These two guys are fucking stuck. They can't do shit. These guys. Make it out, I guess. And that's the end of the turn. Angela, this guy is surrendering. What are you gonna do?
He's him kneeling like in front of the river.
Yeah, yeah, literally.
Just because he dropped to the ground surrendering, right?
Yeah, he dropped the blade into the water. He got on his knees in front of Valera, basically, because he sees only her, and raises his hands and says, "Balapander, I surrender. Please don't
Come on,
shoot."
Andela, into the... We can drag him out if we need to.
Actually, I'll leave him.
Okay.
Two guys over here are still alive, right?
Yeah, all four technically. These two are fucking stuck in tendrils and nuts.
In that case, I'll take the far one.
Okay, roll to hit with advantage.
With advantage still, I'll gladly take that. D20, not D208.
Yeah,
That's
roll,
just a 24.
roll damage.
Normal damage then, 18.
You see the guy flinch and he wails in pain, and there's a trickle of blood now leaving onto the floor. You definitely hit him somewhere quite painful. Anything else?
No. I'll keep staying up here.
Okay.
Actually, just for the fun of it, I'll aim downwards in case the guy does try to run.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Consider this like a loaded reaction for attack of opportunity.
Okay, let's see. Oh! Oof. I'm gonna make her roll something.
Suspiciously
Oh, what's the DC for your saving throw, Alera?
16.
16. Okay. So what she does, she takes a step back and tries to just leap over your tendrils. However, one of your tendrils was a bit too high, and she just kind of flops face first into the tendrils. Suddenly stands up, and despite being like in front of those tendrils, she just kind of maneuvers freely. Sees immediately a guy to the left, just
murder.
does one single thrust slowly through his chest, pulls it out. The guy just goes limp in the tendrils and dies, and steps out. Sees the guy who's like limping, looks at Oriana. Oriana looks at him. Slash dead. Walks up closer to another guy.
Damn.
Slash dead. That's her turn. Alera. There are two people. There is the one who's surrendering in front of you to you, and there's the one who's like suffocating in the tendrils.
Surrender man can wait for judgment. Let's deal with the guy in the tendrils.
Judgment is coming for him next.
Right. 1, 2, 3. Plus. Do I get advantage because he's restrained? Yeah. I
Oh,
do.
yes, you do.
No.
I mean, it still
I mean-
hits.
Yeah, let's do one. Really don't want to hit the lovely lady over there by accident. Oh shit! Sorry.
Hey there.
Sweetheart.
Okay, that's a lot of damage. He fucking twitches, and you can see his life fading as the tendrils take hold even more, but he's still alive. What do you command Anubis to do?
So wait, is he still alive? God,
Yes, yes. He's
Alright,
like, he's like,
Anubis, go finish him off. Put him out of his misery.
however I wish, Anubis asks.
However you wish.
All of a sudden, second. All of a sudden, you see a shadow appear behind him. A tall, featureless figure holding scales. As one of the scales gets weighted heavily, Anubis declares, "You are worthy." And you see the creature, the human, start to wither into nothing. His young face and body wither into into the twilight of his years and just decays in front of your eyes into nothing but skeletal bones. And yeah, with that, the combat is over. As the guy, there's one guy who's like, "No, please," raising his hand, looking around frantically.
No,
No.
we can fucking ask him for information, I guess.
As you say that,
Interrogate his
Alera takes steps politely, casually, towards. Give me a second. Yeah, she's taking very calm, polite steps towards all of you. Not saying anything, her eyes fully glued to the one guy who is surrendering.
Climbing down from the
Yeah.
box by now.
Yeah. One thing you can notice, both of you, Alera and Andela, because you both saw it, you did see a very severe slash, but you didn't see how much damage she took. You see her snout, her face. There is what seems to be like the slightest marking, almost like somebody went with a butter knife through her nose and lips and a bit of chin. Well, with all the strength the man could muster, hitting her basically with a vertical slash, she suffered nothing. But you can still see the guy's brain matter on her right hand. She just kind of continues to walk towards the surrendering guy and just kind of eyes him with intent.
I look at the man kneeling.
Fucking panicking.
Kind of takes out the pistol, keeping it at my side. You have a few moments. Persuade us to give you more.
And while this is happening, I break down the door.
In the back, clang, clang.
Clank, clank.
Just wailing at the door.
Yeah. he panics, looks at all of you. He doesn't know to whom he talk. He sees Handler behind him.
Like his vantage point, like to
Yeah.
his right, he sees a man wailing
I
at the metal door
I
next to
I
a guy that fucking appears out of nowhere.
I was I Oriana walks closer, obsidian blade coated in blood. No, I have.
Would you like to be more articulate?
I didn't
Anything
do
really? Nothing.
I didn't do nothing. I got
These clips.
coerced. I got.
Oh yes. But what about who are you selling them to? Where are you getting them from?
I I know nothing. I did this because of my own family's safety. I
Oh, you know nothing. Oh, okay then. I pull the thing back from my.
you don't know. Okay, you wanna roll a contested check with Oriana? Which one is gonna happen first? You're gonna puncture his
Okay, hold
skull.
up. I'm rolling a fight contestant check to grab the guy and move him
Oh.
out of the attack.
Listen.
You'll get shot by both.
Listen. Alera is doing
Yeah, I
this
don't care. I'm
because a
going
bullet
in to
through the
grab the
face
guy.
is going to be better than whatever's about to happen to him.
Okay,
Or
okay,
he's doing it because he doesn't want anything bad to happen to the guy.
Ori, Alera, roll me a d20. So does Oriana.
Is this wait D20 or like initiative?
No, just d20. Just d20. Who gets the first grab on this guy?
Today.
Please, please.
Oh. Zoom, Superman.
So, Ori, you fucking zoom in, fucking grab the guy and pull him out. And you see Oriana try to like already swing down, and then she lowers her blade slowly, eyeing you, Ori.
I look at both of them. We gain nothing by killing the guy. Everyone else that we can get information out of is dead. He's the only person remaining.
He's babbling.
Persuasion with disadvantage, Ori.
Okay. Persuasion. 14.
Ooh. Oriana lowers her blade, looks at the water, sighs, grabs with her left hand, touches her right hand, and the blood starts to disappear, and the brain matter starts to fall off as dry pieces of meat. And then she kind of walks closer to you, Ori, the blade still drawn. How very thoughtful of you. However, she looks at you as she grabs the guy who clearly shit himself. You can smell shit on it in his fucking pants. She grabs him by the throat and just fucking tugs it away from you. Are you gonna hold on to him, or are you gonna...
Man.
You gonna let go, or you gonna hold on?
How hard is she tugging? Like if I hold
No,
on,
it's
is he gonna split in
more
half
it's
by
more like a symbolic power. Like he doesn't use her strength, but she's in the
This is what I'm fearing here.
she's not using her strength, but well basically it's, she's in above you in this hierarchy, so clearly you should give it away. It's very thoughtful of you that you thought you can interrogate it. However, you're not the one who makes this decision. What do you do?
I hold on to the guy.
Can you roll me 6d100s?
Oh no.
That's a 99.
Ooh.
Ooh. Well, good to know that you basically see Alera and Andala the back of Oriana. Oriana gave you a lot of different expression throughout, uh, throughout your small uh, association with her. Genuine smiles, neutral expressions. This one that she gives to you, her eyes focused with a predatory, hostile intent towards you. Seeing you like a piece of trash that she's now regretting letting you live. He hisses at you. What is the meaning of this? You're not you're not the one to command me around. I spared your life. You could have been executed, you could have been left there. I gave you life, and this is how you repay me. And then all of a sudden, she recoils back as her hand suddenly singes and she hisses at it. You all look at the sudden recoilness of Ariana, and you look at the human basically on the ground, kneeling, twitching, looking up at the sky, muttering something softly, looking towards Ori. Ori, you can hear a soft, weak voice from the man, a lot weaker than it was mere moments ago, screaming loudly to not to kill him. I I see his light. I shall be redeemed in in his glory. As he looks at you for one final time, he closes his eyes and his body goes limp. Or you realize in your hand, this man just now just died. You all see that the guy that was like, very active and very against dying is now limp in Ori's embrace.
Did Oriana kill him, or did he just
No,
die
you
from
see
stress?
Oriana flinched back in pain, holding her hand that held the guy by the throat.
I don't understand how he died. Okay. I look at his body in confusion.
You look at his
What?
body, and Oriana at this point stares at all of you, huffs in disappointment, but then she kind of collects herself. And then she kind of walks by here past Ori, looks through the hole, clearly lets down her guard for a bit and sighs. I'll get someone to collect them. You don't need to dally here for long. And she just walks away, leaving you kind of just to do your own business. Um, Looking at his body, Ori, looking at sources of why he died.
Mm-hmm.
From basically, it's all normal, nothing's changed. But then you look at his mouth that it is now eyes shut closed, almost in peace. Uh, Tears rolling down his cheeks. And then his mouth is agape, and then you see something shining in his mouth. You see his tongue made of glass, shining crystal that is familiar.
Ooh, ooh, it's back.
You pull you Yeah, I assume you
pull it
pull it
out.
out, right?
Yeah.
You pull the thing out, and all of you, as previously before, you had that sensation. For Angela, the sensation of your past, the reasons everything being basically in that crystal. And Angela, the sudden wash of anxiety and that uncomfortable truth that lingers in the back of your skull gets elevated as you glance at it again. And for Ori, you feel a sensation of gratitude, a sensation genuinely for the first time in quite a bit since you got to the city, like you did a proper job. You did a proper.
Ooh, okay. I guess I started to realize, like, to an extent, what happened there. That the guy died in peace, essentially.
I wouldn't call that peace, but
Something atoned for his sins. Uh,
so
does the crystal do anything else, like, while I'm holding it?
In your hands, you feel it's slightly being warm, and it just feels nice. Just it's nothing extreme. It's equivalent of holding like a small puppy in your hand. It feels nice.
Do the other two of us see this crystal that he's taken out of his mouth?
we do feel that.
Yeah, you all seen a sudden
Familiarity.
shining crystal as Ori takes it out of his mouth, and as you look at it, you get the same sensation you felt previously in the cave when you saw that one grandiose showcase that resulted in a pale white crystal.
Lara glances slightly nervously at the other bodies. Hmm.
None of them seem to have any signs of their mouths glowing in any way. All of them did suffer a very painful death.
And is there anything aesthetically different about this guy? What he was wearing?
You quickly glance around. The only thing that you might roll me a religion or an insight check.
Religion or insight? Let's make this religion.
Religion.
Hmm.
Even though it's from actual source of naivety, you just assume the guy just atoned for his sins just right here and there, and
And I
because
guess the gods deposited this in his mouth. What?
maybe because it's Ori, because I don't know, like Ori's fucking weird this scenario.
Honestly, yeah, he is. So, what happened here? I would be approaching the body as well.
You will would you try to I don't know, examine his body, like actually do a autopsy?
I assume I would do like a medical examination of the mouth.
Okay.
And
Well, you quickly look at his mouth. It doesn't have any signs of damage, although you do realize that basically most of his tongue was turned into this crystal, and the rest of it is basically in the back of its throat. Uh, he pissed and shit himself. That's clear to fucking just smell. I'm not joking. Yeah, he did. Uh, his demeanor, despite him being on sudden pressure of dying in a horrible way, he seems to be at peace. I mean, his body is now slightly stiffened because he's dead. Um, no signs of any magical damage or some, poison or sudden cut or some third party. By all means, the way he looks, he just died out of fear slash natural causes. Although his demeanor, his look is that of quite the opposite.
Hmm. If the body of the leader is still here, I want to check that one. I'm checking his pockets.
Yeah.
On
Roll me
anything.
investigation.
That would be up there. Ori?
Yes.
Let's do
You
good.
did just pull that out of this guy's mouth, right?
Yep.
Could I see that for a second?
Fool
What
me
are you gonna
once,
do
shame
with
on
that?
me. No, shame on you.
Trying to figure out why the fuck it grew out of this guy's mouth.
I mean, like, you're not gonna see anything in the crystal, are you? Know, it's a crystal. If anything, the result is gonna be in his mouth, not in my
Growth,
hand.
veins, blood, some kind of cracks maybe.
Nothing. That's just pure white crystal.
Do you
Feels
not believe
warm.
me?
Feels nice. Hmm. Look, last time someone took a crystal from me. Look where it is now.
Ideally, we would try to make sure it doesn't do that again.
Hmm.
Your current track record is 100% for losing the crystal.
What do you mean my track record? Who took the crystal from me?
The guy who did got lost.
What are you gonna do to the crystal?
I'm trying to figure out why the fuck it is here.
Yeah, this doesn't answer my question. What are you gonna do to the crystal? Are you gonna break it? Are you gonna chip it? What exactly are you doing to the thing? Or with it in general?
I'll show it to Stitch and we're gonna figure something out.
Because something tells me we're not gonna be getting a lot of these.
Well, you're bickering, Alera. You go through, you go through, uh, through basically the people, mainly the main guy. You do find 300 gold pieces in a bag holding. A very nice looking black steel sword inside a bag
Mhm.
of holding. Uh, Several rings that like look very fancy and maybe magical, but you have no clue at this very moment. 3 rings in total. Um, you find a bunch of pieces of paper, but they're basically not marked. They look like scroll papers, but they're not used by anything. Um, and yeah, you look at the guy's head. The lower jaw is clearly dislocated and broken in 2 pieces. Same as his forehead. You basically can almost see the floor just staring at his forehead.
Hmm.
Yes. Would you try to like look through his like there are also chests and there's also well not just crates mainly and there's also the other people.
Um. Once I've kind of I'll stick with him for a minute longer, double checking his mouth,
Uh
even if I'm fairly sure. I'll plonk these things aside for a moment, and then assuming I find nothing else too eye-catching, I will move on to the others.
yeah,
We can do some
roll me
detail.
an investigation check. Another one just for
I'll
everybody else.
probably join in after I realize that Ori is uncooperative. Should I also roll?
Yeah. Also,
I'll basically start
yes,
on the
yes,
other
you
end.
can. Also, this place, um, Every single
Wow.
chairs, these cushions are grayish, like darkish colored. This one is crimson red from blood.
Oh,
And there's
hooray.
a small little basket in it, and you find some fingers, small fingers.
Might get hungry, you know.
The
So
children didn't escape yet, right?
no, they're all chained to the ground. I told this the first time already.
The
Mm.
door still isn't fully open either. It's just the big hole in it.
I mean,
I'll look
Alera's letting
through
Superman deal with that.
gaps in the cracks of the door. Is it a reasonable assumption to know that these are from the children?
Very much so.
Ah,
And
fuck it.
and the amount of blood there is, it's not like, oh, it's just a little bit. No, this, you can roll me a medical check if you want to be specific, or you can have ignorance.
Let's be specific, just for the absolute terror of it.
Uh
25?
well, the amount of blood there is, seeing how much it basically enriched the coloration of this piece of furniture, seeing the streaks that are basically, some of them are pooling to the actual sewer water, you can assume there's at least enough dried blood in this region for eight, uh, 8 children equivalent of blood. So a lot of body parts or people went through this little contraption. Oh yeah. Anyway, you want to roll investigation for the bodies?
Yeah, I
I
got
just did. I got 7.
7.
I got 22.
22.
Hey, can I walk in to check in on the kids? Like,
Yeah, you walk in, they're fucking frightful. Some of them are not responsive, they're alive, but they're just 14 children, malnourished. Some of them are missing limbs, ears, and some of them are reacted to you as a big boogeyman that came from outside, to some who see you blankly staring at you but are not responding to you at all.
okay, I
All of these chains to the ground have a bunch of keyholes in it. Each chain is attached
yeah, it
to.
doesn't matter. I can just yank these things out of all. The important thing here is just calming the kids down.
You gonna calm the kids down?
Yeah, a fucking big ass guy. More fucking everyone outside dies. Big ass guy enters the room.
Yeah, how are you gonna calm them down? Come on, Superman, tell me.
Uh, okay, I
Fucking
like
cry.
lower my posture, I get down on my knees, just just I embrace who I like, get the closest one and tell them they're safe.
Embrace the. Just roll me a d14. I want to see which one you just embrace. Eight. Yeah, you just find an anorexic human boy. You embrace him as he kind of just collapses onto you, and you can feel that there's a trickle of blood on his side as his left ear is missing. Um. So, Alera, looking around real quickly, you scavenge all the bodies. You find 2 bags of holding. You find 7 golden rings. Very plain, basic ones. You find 12 gold pieces and 220 silver pieces.
Sorry, so how many was that? Say that again.
12 gold pieces
Mm-hmm.
and 220 silver pieces. You find 6 keys, basic metallic keys, but you can see that they're all have the same basically lock. And see, do you find anything else? Let me just quickly. Oh, you do. You do find a small little pocket watch made entirely out of bronze. It has no initials, no personal markings, and when you open it, it is, well, properly working. It's ticking, and it's 5:12 p.m.
Understood. I'll gather these things up, at least temporarily, in one of the bags of holding.
Including the other bag of holding?
Yes.
Gonna make
Oh wait, no.
make some bad. Yes,
No.
it's
Sorry,
over.
no.
Campaign over, ladies
No,
and
those
gentlemen.
can just be one bag of holding in my left jacket pocket, one in the right jacket pocket, and the other just in my hand. Oh, but hey, good
Hey,
idea.
secret ending unlocked. Let's go.
I'll keep that in mind, actually.
Secret ending. Death. Just death.
I mean, Alera is that petty, so yeah, keep that in mind.
I want
Honestly,
to die. Then just do it. No, I'm going to take everyone else with me just because I can.
that's honestly like the best final result.
Hey, look at me,
I am the captain.
bitch. What's that? You hold me hostage? You know, I'm your servant and slave. Where?
Kind of get 2 bags of holding for no apparent reason. Smiley face. Obliteration. Anyway, yeah. So, are you? How long are you gonna stay here? Are you gonna?
Not
I
much
mean, once
longer
I've
afterwards, honestly.
yeah, I think kind of depends on Ori and the kids at this point. Although
Ori.
I'll bring the keys over. And unlike Ori, who's trying to calm them, Alera's just very straightforward with it. She goes over, sits down, or kneels next to one of them, and just immediately tries the lock.
Yeah. The lock immediately clinks open and the chains fall down.
Satisfied these are for these, I will then toss Ori the rest of the keys. Here,
I
and then
grab the keys.
she'll stand and leave the cell again.
Yeah,
He has the small creatures well in hand.
creatures, he says. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me. Imagine being a
Okay.
small creature. Couldn't be.
Imagine
former
having
small
been that
creature.
small.
Okay, I unlock the shackles one by one as
Yeah.
I try comforting them.
Clang, clang,
unlock the-
clang, clank.
and I lead them towards the door.
Hold on a second. Hold on a
Holding on.
second.
Holding
Hold on a second.
Oh,
Need to.
holding on. What
Oh!
fucking special event is gonna happen now?
Yeah, special event. Shut the fuck up.
One of them is attached to us now, isn't it? Kidnap the babysit now.
Hold on. Shut up. Stop bitching. In a second. This man is like, wait.
Tell us what we see. What we hear.
Oh, you say you want a special event. I'll give you a special on the face. Ori. Oh boy.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
As you unlock one by one the shackles of the children, some still with some conscious strength and I guess, still clear of mind, realizing that you're not like the others previously before. They embrace you. And one by one, as all of them in shackle, they all kind of gather around. Some without any strength, kind of lifelessly uh, embrace you. And you basically have a lot of children around you. And then all of a sudden, over yonder in the corner, a familiar visage appears.
Oh. What? This is what I think it is.
My faithful hunter.
Fucking go!
He looks down at you, looking at the embrace of the children. Kind of walks a bit closer, looks around. This is what Ori sees, by the way.
Oh,
What an interesting crossroad that we're in.
Very interesting indeed. What are you doing here?
I am observing. I am watching you. I wanna witness you as our deal was detailed.
Mm-hmm.
You look upon these lesser children, crippled and broken. Tell me, my hunter, what do you see? What do you feel? When he says that, he puts both his blades into the ground and almost like leans against them towards you.
I feel sadness for them. I feel their pain.
You feel pain for the lesser races.
Yes. Yes, I do. What did they do to deserve this?
They?
Nothing.
For now, perhaps.
They were at the wrong place at the wrong time. They got kidnapped. I don't think they deserve what happened to them.
He kind
This
of
is why I feel pain for them.
He kind of floats around left and right, staring at the children. Kind of circles you around. They will never be the same. Some of them will not see the dawn. Their lights flickering and dying. As he leans closer to the first child you actually held to. His blades caressing his skin slightly. Andala, all of a sudden, in your corner of your eye, you see your familiar companion, the little child, staring back at the cage of the freed slaves. Her eyes are very focused and intent, almost like she's tracing something through the wooden wall, something behind it.
yeah.
Would you do anything? Would you ask anything?
Seeing you in a place like this?
She immediately points at the cage. Something's there. Something weird.
Tell me where. Just One of the children?
No,
Something they hold?
wandering around. And when she says that, she leans, seemingly almost like trying to angle it through the wall. And she just moves away from you, seemingly focused on something moving inside the pen. Ori,
Yes.
back to you as he the shade stops, I guess leaning closer to you, leans back, kind of floats away. How will you cope with their deaths? How will you cope with their crippled minds? Would you sacrifice something that you earned in order for them to be free of pain, be happy once more?
What are you proposing here?
Crystal that you harvested, a tally for your boon, or that you can bestow upon something or someone, or in this case, someone's.
So you're telling me I can use this to alleviate their suffering?
That would be a gross underestimation, but yes. It will be a true test of your character if you have changed or not. So tell me, Fallen One, my hunter, would you sacrifice yourself for others, for strangers that would be dead by dawn?
Yes, I would sacrifice the crystal.
Then extend it outward into the darkness, extend it above them all, and crush it with intent.
Okay, I extend the crystal over them.
You see as you do, the shade lifts his blades up, almost in a ritualistic sense. His hands are twitching, his blades are shaking, almost like preparing to strike.
I crush the crystal with intent. I'm thinking of like a happy future for the kids.
Okay. Well, Andela, from your perspective, your child suddenly, from like curiosity staring, suddenly goes into a full sprint. And you actually feel a tug of pain in your skull. Ori, as you crush the crystal, a sudden beam of light blasts through the cell. Alera, Andela, suddenly from the dark shed of wood and iron, a blinding white light emerges as if something detonated. And Ori, a flash of blinding light blinds you for a brief moment. The crystal crumples and shatters into uncountable pieces. And when the light fades away, you look around at the quarry below you. 18 children, all with full of their limbs still attached to them. There are now 4 more children than it was previously. And you look at the shade in the corner, shimmering. As the light finally fades, the shade fully becomes whole as before. I see. There might be redemption for you yet. Rasvital, young one. And he fades down into just below the floor and fades out completely. And now you have 18 children that are relatively healthy and are not missing any body parts or limbs or etc. etc. Andala, Alera, sudden blast of light. What do you do?
I'll pull out my gun, and I see my companions basically sprinting into this, right?
Well, I don't know, Alera. How would you react to this? Would you like, flash of light, thinking?
Sorry, I muted myself. My instinct would definitely not be to run head first into this thing. Draw gun, yes. But no, instead I am taking kind of almost a cautious step backwards. It's just cutting straight from the ceiling through kind of the floor, right? There's no
No,
source exactly.
no, it's
Beam of light.
it's basically like somebody somebody opened the sun where the prisoners were, right? Just a sudden beam of light, and after like a second it fades completely.
Yeah, I think I'm aiming my gun, but I'm not running into that. No.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you gonna do, Ori? Now seeing that you have a lot of fucking children with you, all dazed and confused, clearly oblivious to what's happening.
I slowly take them out of the cage, one by one.
You basically see Ori step out, normal as ever, and Lara, you notice you seen a glimpse of these children who were in a very sorry state that are now quite healthy and well, actually have all of their limbs, and yeah, they all looked quite confused and a bit awkward where they are and starting to ask questions.
Unusual healing magic.
We just gotta disregard there are 4 more kids.
Especially unusual.
Especially unusual.
God fucking damn, you're talented at this. I mean, she's not approaching the sudden
Yeah,
phantom children who have appeared.
yeah.
Me neither. I'm still standing at the door. Honestly, yeah, aiming into the scene.
Yeah, Andala, your companion child has faded away. You don't know who. You know,
I mean, should I roll
inside.
an insight to get an impression of this?
Yeah.
Man's fucking spawned in more children.
They were in a
Healed
bag
so
of
well
holding.
that he cloned them in process.
Andala, you want to roll inside as well?
I think I have an idea, but I absolutely hate it, so I will roll inside as well. Trying to make myself an opinion, and I'll leave that up to you.
Well,
That's a 9.
yeah, Alera. Well, Ori's definitely fucking strange. That's for certain. This motherfucker is weird. Well, yeah. That's I mean, the only thing you can think is divine intervention. Literally, like what else? Like
I mean,
like your logical conclusion, because you read a handful of things in your life, before you got captured. Divine interventions do happen, but they're like practicing, priests, clerics, the ones who are attuned with their gods, and this motherfucker is none of this. I mean, he can catch bullets and make them fucking deflect and go somewhere else. He's fast. He can climb, but like this is a bit out of his. It's fucking cool. I
Beyond what you would
guess.
expect from him.
Yeah, it's like, huh.
Damn, that's crazy.
What else is there to say? It's like, damn, yeah, no fucking shit. You brought forth. You're like, I'm gonna heal these 14 children. 18 children come out. Huh? Yeah.
Ori,
Yes.
explain yourself.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even I don't fully understand what went down in that room. I can tell you how I did this.
Begin there.
Uh, it's all in the crystal.
What about it?
I held the crystal over the children's head. I broke the crystal, wishing for a better future for them,
So
wishing
this,
they wouldn't have gone through so much pain.
so this rock effectively gave you a wish of divine proportions, and this rock was a slaver, a kidnapper's tongue.
I have my own ideas as to how this might work. Maybe the
Then you can
crystal.
tell them to me soon. But are
Hmm,
those things? And although she gestures to the cell as a whole, you can tell she's gesturing at the new ones that have spawned in.
I mean, you clearly can
Are
see.
they what? Replacements? Are they well, are they humans at all?
I'm pretty sure they're human, yes. I assume they are the ones that have already passed
I
prior
mean,
to
I
us
mean, I
coming here.
mean, you quickly look at the new children and you realize they're not like clones. They're not like what somebody like. They're no twins or triplets or quadruplets of the same person. They're all in different. You
But do we know for sure? Brings out scalpel.
know.
Um,
I stand
no,
in
no,
front of them and
no, no, no.
call them out in a protective manner.
That is what she's thinking, but she knows better. In front of the man who can
That could be
literally
very
catch
fun.
bullets.
Recently reanimated.
And what do you plan to do with these children?
Take them to their families. They have houses waiting for them.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about
And where else are we gonna take them?
I like the fact that this is like two pessimists versus one optimist conversation.
I don't,
At this,
I don't exactly trust
I think-
Oriana with the
at,
kids.
at this, Alara kind of lets out a small sigh.
They were kidnapped and
She
they
then
have
walks
families.
over towards you, Ori, kind of stops in the door of the cell. Points at a random kid. You,
Huh?
do you have a family, a home?
This
before you came here.
this elven girl, small tiny thing, nods. Mm-hmm.
And you points at another one.
Yeah.
And then finally she points at one of the new ones. The the spawn-ins. And you. Where do you belong?
My dad's tailor shop.
Well, there you have it.
Fucking stares at that kid. Several seconds.
Oh no!
Believe that for shit.
Oh no!
This is a complex expression she's got going here.
It could
I
be
don't know if I
that.
have an image to accurately summarize it.
Listen, before you be very harsh, remember there is not only but one tailor in the whole fucking city.
Oh no. I am looking at this kid. I know the kid's being serious, but Alera's fucking inciting the kid. Just
Okay, roll an inside then.
You
Are
can
these
jack
claims
shit into this.
factual?
Yeah, fucking Alera fucking stares down an 8-year-old child. Are you telling the truth? Yeah, he's pretty much very confused. Why is he here? Why is he all the children will look like they're lost, like they don't know what's happened. Are you sure? Jesus fucking Christ. Are you sure about
Finally, after like an uncomfortable like several seconds,
uh,
looks away, just blinks hard, and then stares back at Ori.
Really,
well.
really slow.
There you have it, Alert.
Very well.
Take them back
And
now.
starts to turn and stops. Turns back, really bluntly, just stares at the kids. Do any of you not have families? Need we find you an orphanage or some other workhouse?
who wants to go with Aunt Alera back home?
Oh no.
Also, that kid
Alera?
that kid who interrogated Alera is now like this.
I look at that. I stand in front of the kids and like shoo Alera away.
I mean, you you asked the
This is the
question
time for such
if any
moves.
of them are orphans. No hands are raised.
Alera?
One of them asked, "What's an orphan?"
A lack of parents.
Let's not find out. A lack of parents is a great way to describe it. Holy shit.
Alera fucking intimidates someone. They start to cry. It's like, oh, there,
Hey, there's two timelines here. There's good Alera
Uh,
and there's bad Alera. I'm just saying, give me a kid. Maybe I'll treat them really well. I don't know. It's basically a dice roll.
the last, shut the fuck up. The last contact you had with a kid, you blow its head off.
It already had a parent. I'm just saying, if any of these. Fine. Don't if you don't trust me, how could I ever improve? Is all I'm saying. Anyway.
Well, good for you.
I needed to ask you something, Alera.
Hmm?
Why the fuck do you care what these kids are going to do? Our
I
colleague said
care of
we would be
what
sending
our
somebody down.
colleague plans to do with them.
None of
I
his
hope he
business
doesn't
that nobody
intend to
cares.
shove them in the cells next to you.
That much is clear. And to be entirely honest, it is none of our business.
You say
They
it's
will be taken
clear.
care of by the rest of the group.
Good. You say it's clear, but I sometimes struggle to understand our companion's thoughts, let alone his capabilities.
So do I, but here we are.
I jokingly say motherly instincts, perhaps.
Oh.
Think about that. You'll have some time.
As I snicker while I'm saying that.
As
Stare you.
that sentence gets finished, my coat turns brown again. I think we have to announce to somebody that the mission is over. Want to get going?
Good places to be. Let's take the kids back to their houses.
No, leave
We
them
can.
here.
Why leave them here? How
They
are
will
they
be
gonna?
taken care of, as announced by our colleague. Leave them here.
Man, I don't know what she's gonna do to these kids.
I mean,
I
Ori.
cannot for how you deal with them. Leave them here, take them to the surface, and then abandon them.
Yeah, Ori.
Carry them around yourself on your back. It matters not. But it shall not involve me. And with that, she reaches into the bag of holding, brings out 100 gold in one bag of holding, and hands it to Andela. Brings out 100 gold in the other bag of
How
holding and
much?
hands it to you, Hog. Sorry,
Money.
Ori.
What
Money.
how much money?
Here is your payment. 100 gold.
Oh, that's cool.
Here is my investment in me you not involving me in your adoption program.
That's
What do you mean
fine. That's
adoption
fine.
program?
What's
They
the
have
no?
families.
Is this like the what's
Listen. You had a moment. There was a split second there,
the
and now it's past. Now Alera's like, eh.
is fucking hilarious paying premature child support?
It's an investment. I'm investing in these kids not being my problem.
Let's go. Anyway,
On the other hand, I do have spare rooms. Just saying.
damn.
No.
Uh, oh my fucking god! I need to roll something real quickly. Dun. There you go. Hey, nice. Anyway, yeah. So Andela, Alera, Ori, what are you gonna do? Because technically, well, job's done. You did it. You dealt with the bad people. Hell, you did even
Indeed.
more than that. You can actually leave.
Okay, I'm gonna stay with the kids. I'm gonna take them to like a portion of the room that doesn't have direct line of sight to the fucking massacre that happened.
I
Good
mean,
luck finding one.
Out of the room, Adam. Don't look at that dead body.
Look
Yeah,
at
that
the
one
room,
right
okay?
there.
I mean,
Don't look at it.
Look at the room. The entire massacre happened in this side. So if we take them like down here,
yeah.
there's not gonna
I
be
mean,
a-
technically, you could just bring them out into the surface as well, like, or you know.
Oriana she's gonna like that.
It's up to you to decide. So Alera and I assume you leave, right?
Before I leave, I want to take one thing.
Huh?
The upper half of the face of the guy who seemed to be leading this endeavor.
Well,
What?
you have the skull of, well, you have 3 pieces of the guy's head. You have the
I'll take the biggest one.
you get the the upper left side of his skull then. And I
And
guess
quit
Well then.
dramatically on a table.
yeah.
Maybe later, but for now, when I leave,
Huh?
I'm going to find browncoats,
Yeah.
who I assume are still squatting next to
Yeah.
the fucking sewer gates. And there will be 2 informations. On one side, job is over, and on the other question, do any of you recognize this guy?
Holds up shattered jaw.
Completely nonchalant.
Yeah.
Like we're in
You
the
know this
middle of the
guy?
fucking street, and I'm holding up the half blown up
Yeah,
skull of this guy.
one guy looks at it, immediately throws up in his mask. Just turns
Damn it, good.
away. Everybody shakes their head. No, nope, nope. You don't know if they haven't seen this guy or just can't recognize that guy because
I kind of turned it to myself. That may be partially my fault. I apologize.
brings 1/3 of a head. Hey, know
Right.
this guy?
Just for the fun of it, the guy who just threw up in his mask. I'm gonna kick like the side of his boot, lift up the sewer manhole for me.
Ugh. Lifts up the. Yeah, he looks at the
I
manhole.
throw the head in.
It
Like once the cover's off, I
yeah,
throw in the head.
yeah, it goes into Yeah, you basically see the light, you know, it hits the sewer floor and then slightly slides off, and then a streak of sewage water catches and just kind of pulls it into the sewage and just
Thank you very much. I take his hand away from the manhole cover and it falls back into place.
yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Okay, and where are you gonna head? What are you gonna? Whew.
So I assume Alera also went outside. So what are you up to now?
Kind of observes that for a moment. Then, looking at my new watch.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yeah.
What time did you say it was?
It's now 5:17
5:17.
m.
Do I stink like shit?
You've been in the sewers for about like 7 minutes. So there is this odor that lingers with you, but after a few minutes, no.
Well,
Massacre took less than 20 minutes.
No, like yeah, like 2 minutes. Like you just like
glances at Andela. Well, assuming he's sorting out the children, any plans for today?
Not really. Stocking up for the next few missions would be nice.
Hmm. Well,
Broadening horizons and the portfolio.
I'll probably check in, but I think I'm going to go and be somewhere a bit more pleasant smelling.
Buy a candle and come back to the base.
And with that, she'll turn and with a small kind of wave, head on off.
so.
I like the
Um.
slightly hateful professionalism between Andala and
Yeah.
Alera.
They're becoming friends. Look at them.
No, we're literally fucking colleagues.
I know, but but your colleague buddies. Hey, just kidding. So
Both of
I
them are
ship
going
it.
to kill you if you say that out loud.
I know that's the best part. Anyway, Ori, are you gonna just leave them in the sewers and wait for someone to come over, or are you gonna actually get them outside?
I mean, given how the place smells, how there's an
It's
entire
fucking
fucking
yeah.
massacre in there, I'm gonna take them outside and stand by the entrance, like not
Mm.
too far away, just
Well,
clean them up.
oh, let's see. Roll me just a 60-20. Let's see. So,
Mm.
funnily enough, you all split three ways once more. Angela, you going back to the hub, presumably Alera goes back to her home, presumably, and Ori leads the children outside into, well, the surface, presumably, right? All presumptions are
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Good. Andela, walking down the streets, making your way through the streets, you can see the child, your companion, seemingly walk beside you, then shift away and start to walk on either the roofs of buildings far distant or even close, then maybe on the sign next to you or on a fence nearby. Can you roll me an insight check?
Shall?
Alera,
Hmm.
you know, job well done, money made. No real worries for you. No, not even shit that reeks on you. Relatively good. You see an Anubis flying around, and occasionally, perching, patiently waiting for your commands, or basically perching on you as well. And then you feel something awkward inside of you as you wander. Roll me an insight as well. Ori, making outside, and one by one making sure every single child actually makes out. Climbing a few feet up is not exactly an issue for any of them. As they make out of the manhole, well, the street is fucking confused. The passerbys, generally stunted as they now see children out coming out of the sewers. One of them immediately recognizes one of the children and starts running away.
Away?
Yes, away. After a good minute or so, you see a tearful couple running towards you, and you recognize one of the children, one of the human children, recognize their own parents and runs towards them. Andala, Alera, something has changed. Something is weird about this. For Andala, you feel joy, feel accomplishment on a job well done. Although you could say it's because you did it quite well and you got paid. You also recognize that something about the child is different. Something about her presence is now brighter, more powerful even.
She's happy.
Alera, on the other hand, you feel discomfort, but not of like an injury, debilitation, or something else. Instead of a sudden rush of freedom. A sudden realization of nobody really told you to do this. Nobody put you at gunpoint to do this. You could have declined any step of the way at this point, which somehow you decided to stick along, tag along, either because, strength in numbers, making sure to keep up appearances to your comrades and companions, but this unsettling freedom that you can sense. It fills you with a bit of worry, but also a bit of pride. Like there's something a bit deeper that can be scratched. Well, all of you make your way throughout the city back to your own places. Andala, you make your way to the hub with no real problems. Ori, throughout like the next 30 minutes, all children have been collected by their parents. And you, by all means, are dubbed a hero in the streets. As you're the one who brought out with the children from the sewers. And Alera, pondering on your sudden revelations and considering what the fuck does it all mean, or is it just a flicker of conscious or interesting thought? You you come home, open the door, And Anubis immediately pronounces loudly in your mind, someone's inside.
Is the door open yet?
No. You're basically trying to open the door and a sudden announcement appears.
Slowly, like, takes my hand away from the door handle. Hmm.
Suspicious.
1 second. I just gotta read something very quickly. Gray coat. How long does it take
One
for
action.
the coat to change?
Oh,
An
one
action?
action. Yes, action.
Right. Could I mold it to look like one of the jackets or the coats of that lady?
Of the yeah, you could.
All right, and then I'm gonna wear her face.
Hmm?
I'm gonna arch my back. Best old woman posture I can manage. And do I even have? Damn, I do not have a walking stick. Note to self: get walking stick. And I will open the door.
You open the door, and you see in the kitchen, a small child is sitting there. Silver, oh, not silver, white, long hair, almost as long as the body, as she seemed to just swing her, um, swing her feet off the chair, seemingly staring blankly at uh, the window, looking outside.
Do I recognize this child?
I don't even know who you are.
You look at her for a second. Clearly looks like a half-elf. Something about the features are elvish, even though the ears are kind of normal. Kind of looks like Iris, although the hair is off. It's extremely long. And it's pale white.
May I perform an insight, both on this child, but also on myself? Am I tweaking out?
Your Honor, am I tweaking?
10. Oh, fucking no.
The only solid piece of solely the only sole piece of genuine thought comes through your mind. If whatever Ori had was a wish stone, who says it didn't affect all of you? And also, what the fuck would this mean to you? As the girl politely smiles at you. And you can clearly see she has a shadow, and Anubis recognized that something is inside, so clearly it's not a figment of your imagination.
There is like a split second kind of hesitation. Then I give my best old grandmother smile, walk in and shut the door behind me.
Elder Schwartz! What are you doing in my room?
Walk down the corridor and towards the kitchen. Attention on this kid, but also checking like the other rooms, just glancing as I walk by.
As you glance around, Anubis reaffirms, there's no one else.
Hello.
Hi.
Kind of stop short distance away. Apologies, my eyes are a bit sore lately.
Granny
And
there.
squints. Do I know you, dear?
He smiles and giggles to herself, and then she cups something and puts on the table with her both hands. No, but also yes. She retracts her hands from the table, and on the table there is a silver scale. Clearly a different one.
The okay, can I telepathically talk to the burb?
Yes, very much so.
And when it speaks, this telepathic voice is very much with Alera's voice.
Uh,
Is this another one of his tricks, his games?
no. This
You're
is
sure?
very much so. If you wish it disposed, we can. As it says that it kind of flutters its wings in the familiar motion that you saw. The
Wait.
the bird like does 5 seconds, like freezes, slowly retracts its wings back.
In what manner do I know and not know you?
She gives you a smile. Like not like a oh I know I'm a devious little thing, but also like sort of like a child smile as she grabs the scale and points it to you. Well, you have one too, don't you?
A long pause. I found one, yes. Though, like anything that one finds, exact ownership is vague. She then makes her way over to the box on the table from earlier today, opens the lid, and glances inside. Is it still there?
Your scale is still there.
Looks at the child again, then takes the scale out of the box. Kind of flashes it.
Points, kind of jumps, like lifts her body up and down in the chair and points with her finger. See, you also have one.
So I do. Where did you get yours?
She opens her mouth like widely, and you can see where she points there's a missing tooth. Although all of our teeth are normal, but like there's clearly just one missing. In like not the very front, but to the side. Like the second from the middle.
Lara frowns. Were you eating something, child? But then, while she asks that, she runs her tongue along her teeth,
Well,
as if checking they're all there.
your all teeth are present, although you do realize it kind of is uncomfortably almost the same place where the child is missing her teeth that your scale was lodged in.
I see. How did you enter this house?
I didn't. I woke up here.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. And she she climbs off the chair and just walks past you down the hallway. And where you assumed Iris slept, she just points at the bed. I slept there. I woke up there.
Oh.
Oh.
Girl. Oh. Fucking looks in there.
Everything is the same, although you do see the bed is slightly messy. You assume a body was there laying.
Motherfucker, am I blind?
No, you clearly would have noticed.
Exactly.
You.
Freaking. Oh. Just haven't noticed the fucking kid.
Natural one. Didn't notice a kid.
Second child. Very chilled with me dragging the bodies upstairs.
What you do?
Nothing, go back to sleep. Right. Ella watches this for a moment. A second passes, then another.
The girl walks...
She's going to drop the illusion.
The girl
Back
walks
to her normal face
while
and
you
body.
do that. The smaller child runs to the kitchen.
Hand practically twitches with an eldritch blast. But a part of her brain warns her. She follows the kid back into the kitchen.
What are you doing in my kitchen, motherfucker?
She looks. She opens like drawers and everything, and generally starts examining what's inside of them. And then she grabs like a piece of food that is canned. She looks at it. She seemingly tries to read it, squinting her eyes, and looks at you and points the can. What is this?
What actually is in the can? Have a label.
Yeah. Canned sardine.
Sardines, a type of fish.
Oh.
Kept within a metallic container.
Her eyes widen slightly. Tries to tear it apart. Struggles. Looks at you. Puts the can on the table.
The hand that was practically twitching with an eldritch blast stops. Instead, I'm going to cast Primal Savagery. And that same hand essentially develops claws. She reaches out forward with this hand, and then at pretty much the last moment picks up the can with it. She's fucking staring at this kid while she just uses her claws to crack open the can.
She's...
The lid.
Yeah, you crack the lid and assume you see the kid. The sardines of the kid.
Sits down, like on the opposite side of the table. This is the fucking look she's giving the kid.
She very excited about the can of sardines. Then looks at you. She takes the first sardine in her mouth, points at your claw. How did you do that? Eats.
Just stares for a second.
She's eating the raw sardines.
I mean, it's canned sardines. You can eat. I mean, she doesn't
Still,
know better. She doesn't
They're
know
still
better.
that cold.
She doesn't know better.
There watches for a moment. Is she enjoying that sardine? Is this kid
Well,
hungry?
well, she eats it and then she kind of flinches and starts spitting.
It goes better with other things.
Like what?
That's a matter of preference. Bread, at very least.
She she immediately goes off the chair, looks around again, finds bread.
It's cool.
Let's fucking go.
And I see your primal savagery is still up.
It's there. One hand.
She comes close to your hand, and you can basically like one twist of your wrist, and your head would just on the floor, and she just presents. Give me a second. She presents the bread in front of your claw like this.
It's just. Fucking slowly reaches out, takes the bread, and with one of the talons,
Clank.
roughly cuts just a slab of bread off. A thick slice. What is your name?
She grabs a piece of bread, brings her back to the sardines, places several, and then looks at you blankly when you ask. And then she thinks about it. She looks up slightly, shakes her head. I don't know. She seems sadly confused and then sad. I don't know. Do you know my name?
I don't. I don't know who you are.
She then becomes slightly sad.
There's a pause for a second. For some reason, that does actually make Alera twinge slightly. Even she very quickly was given one. What do you know?
Well, I know that when I want to drink, I know when I want to eat, I know when I want to sleep. He looks at you. I know you. She tilts her head slightly, squinting at you. I don't know. I know you.
Eric's.
Yeah.
I have to. I don't trust my own brain.
Yes.
After several seconds. Very well. For now, if nothing more, I will refer to you as Iris.
She bites into the bread full of sardines, chews, and then nods.
Nods back.
fucking you face puff, like the cheeks puff with sardines and bread.
Clear priorities.
And I think because it's been 4 hours actually, I think we can call it. What do you say?
The massacre and some
Oh yeah.
ethical choices again.
Or Ori came in clutch with that little stone. Who knew? Anyway,
Ooh.
Ooh. With that being said and done, anything you want to say before I'm shutting this recording down with no survivors?
That crystal could have been used for so many wonderful, great things, and it was wasted on a few children and their ability
Wasted?
to survive.
You
Hey,
doom them to taxes.
hey, at least you kind of just felt like this nice, good feeling about yourself. Right? That's what counts, right? Feeling good. Damn.
Yeah, I feel good.
Exactly.